Hey guys, welcome back to the Food Forest and welcome back to the series of what have I learned in the 9 years that I've made this food forest, worked with this food forest. And this is a video about spacing part 2, because I made a video a couple of days ago about the difficulties of spacing trees in a food forest, and how I have not succeeded in any way. And you can see here there used to be a pathway here, so this is another example of bad spacing. And the reason why I'm back with the second part is that I actually forgot to talk about the way that I have mitigated this very difficult task of spacing trees. You never know how they are going to thrive if you are planting trees that are perhaps not used to your zone. You don't know if they'll be happy, you don't know if they'll be big, or if they'll just be small trees behaving nicely in your food forest. So this is a kaki fruit, and I think this is a beautiful tree, and I really like the fact that we can grow kaki fruits in this climate. This year they are tiny because it's been so dry. I've got another one with larger fruits. These are usually 3-4 times bigger, but not this year. Anyway, it's a beautiful tree, but there used to be a pathway here, and as you can see, it's not happening so much. I can still pass, but it's not really a pathway for human beings or visitors in the garden. So I don't think there is a way to start out with the perfect kind of spacing. But I think that what really helps is if you make sure that you have pathways that are adjustable. And the way I've done it in the food forest here is that in the beginning there was a lot of light and the trees were tiny, and much of my my harvest came from the ground layers, and that's just the way it is. And therefore I needed, because I was much more working in the ground layers, I needed more pathways, and I needed to get to it more often than I do with the tree, where I just harvest. Wow, a flock of birds. Okay, where I just harvest maybe once or twice a year. But as the trees are growing up, I actually don't need this many pathways, and that's why I've chosen to. Maybe you can see. I've chosen to make the pathways with only organic materials. I use wet newspaper and straw, or when I've gotten my hands on wood chips, I've used a thick layer of wood chips, and all of that is composting and becoming part of the food forest. And so when this kaki fruit grows up to be too big, I'm just planting things straight into what used to be a pathway, and then I don't have a spacing problem anymore. So this has been very much been my way of dealing with this difficulty of spacing, also because we don't know the trees often when we start out. And I think it's a wonderful way of allowing succession to work without too much of a problem, and also actually the pathways are building soil as you walk on them and as you maintain them. It's a bit of work to maintain, of course, in the beginning, but then you have great places to put more food or flowers if you want, when the trees grow to be big. So I think that's been my solution. I mean, the best solution I've found to the spacing problem. I haven't solved it, but there you have it. Maybe it's useful, and if you have any more themes or questions or comments or things you want me to talk more about, please leave a comment in the section below, and I will try to address it in the coming videos. And I'll also put these 2 videos on spacing in the playlist, so they're easy to find on the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you later.